Okay guys, welcome to Martin Motorsport, and we are at Mowbridge Speedway for their second meeting of the season, which will end up being their first meeting of the season because the last one got rained out after the first round of heats. So this video brought to you by Drendle's Concreting. I'll get him up again, seeing the last meeting got rained out, and we'll go and check the car out in a minute. Also, while I'm here, we have got a bit of merch, some t-shirts, hoodies. We've gone through Highline Racewear, so I'll leave a link below, and they have a page for each of their drivers, so there's over 60 products you can get. You can just buy singles, t-shirts, whatever you want. We have put $5 on each product, so that's what we make out of each product, which is bugger all. We're not there to make any money out of it, we're just to do it for our sponsors and any of the supporters that want to support us. So if you want to save that $5, there is a link when you go out of when you go to pay up, discount link, and it's just Martin 5, so Martin in capital letters with the symbol 5 at the end, and that'll save you that $5 that we make. So check that out, and I would have put a few up on the screen I think by now, so you can check them out. But we'll go over here and see what's happening. Got Sam sitting on the tyre. Got Andy Thomas there and Susie. He's got his new wrap, which looks pretty flash. Sixth take. I'm hopeless. So a few of our sponsors on the side of the car there that help us out. Got Kirby Hillier, always one of the flasher cars when he rocks up. Do a beautiful job on it. And we got Casey Atkinson from Tail and Bend also. And we've got our head crew chief over here, Casey. Give us a wave, Casey.
G'day guys, we're back at Mowbridge. Track's looking pretty good. It's a nice day today. We had about an inch of rain a couple of nights ago, so there's probably a bit of moisture underneath. Looks slightly dry, but it's still early, and I reckon they're probably about to put some water on it. So I reckon it'll be a pretty racy track tonight with moisture coming up later on. Yeah, not too much to report. Hopefully we've got the setup a little bit better for the first heat this time. We'll wait and see what they do with the track before we change too much, but yeah, got caught sleeping at the last meeting. Yeah, so that's on us, and I was probably caught sleeping driving behind the wheel. So yeah, hopefully we won't do that again, and yeah, I'll talk to you after the first heat. Catch you guys.
Of two-time South Aussie champ Tyson Martin, and at the back the 48 of Patrick Monahan. The field lined up very quickly coming out of turn number 4. It's a race start, and we're underway in heat number 1 here this evening. The track a little slick on the exit of turn number 4. It caught a couple of guys napping, but out in front Joel Chadwick, car around right in front of the field.
That's not good.
I think that's Kirby Hillier in the 86, and the 66 of Sam Martin has climbed over that left front.
Well, not a good start to the season, guys. Ripped out this brake line, that isn't too bad, but down the back here when he was sitting up on top of the other car, it's ripped out a plate on the bottom of the diff and put a hole in the plate, or cracked it, and also sheared off a nut, so it's just leaking all the oil out. So that's going to be our night. Andy said he had another diff, but hey, it's not worth it for a club show, swapping the whole diff over. So that's going to do it. Okay guys, we were packing up and going home, but everyone rallied. We found a part for the diff thanks to Robert Hurd and pictures, so we put that in there. It's only got 3 bolts, one of them's broken off, but it's holding oil, so that's all been done. We've changed the complete front end, and we're just going to get out. He's just got to line up for his second heat now, so we've just made it in time. Okay guys, here we go, heat 2. Pretty amazing that we are even back out there. We were ready to pack up, but a few people helped us out with the diff. Had another diff plate, Chuck another front end because that was easier to change than changing the caliper. Here we go, starting out of 3, 2 back on the inside.
Up on the board, and we are racing. It's Andy Thomas who gets a nice jump around the outside of Monaghan, who goes back through the field early, keeps out of trouble. Well done to Monaghan, but down the back stretch into 3 and 4. It's Thomas leading, Sam Martin into second ahead of the Prez. Daryl Sloan back to third now, back then to Caruso. Nucky, Caleb Evans, a bit of smoke coming out the 82 machine, hopefully nothing to worry about. And this one has stretched out a little bit earlier. It's a track, walking across it before, it's got a heap of juice still in it. It's just if they start huckabucking. Yeah, it looks like it just might start to just break up a little bit. If it continues, if it doesn't dry out a little bit more, but out in front, the 95. Andy Thomas under pressure now from Sam Martin in that 66. I'll tell you, Sam Martin, when the track dries out is when Martin's at his best on the slick racetracks. But right now he's really pressuring for that race lead through turn number 3 and 4. A slight mistake there from Sam Martin in behind them. It's a great battle. Line astern behind the Prez is William Caruso, Caleb Evans, Daryl Nucky, Jesse Alexander. Patrick Monaghan just dropping off the pace slightly, but up front, still the battle is on. The 10 of William Caruso just can't get by the Prez, much like we saw earlier with Norm Moore. If you've got the race, if you've got the positioning, it's hard to get by. Out of turn number 4, a mistake from Andy Thomas, and Sam Martin didn't need a second invitation. Quickly through to the race lead. Martin, new race leader down the back chute. Yeah, he's taken the lead and already put car lengths on the 95 of Andy Thomas, who have 3 laps to go this time by. As we switch back to that battle for third, it continues on with Sloan, Caruso and Evans. So a couple of the Adelaide lads going at it here as Evans goes back past Caruso. That'll be for 4th position on the racetrack. Your race leader's got 2 to go. There's Andy Thomas in second. Sam Martin up the road, leading this one with 1.5 to go this time down the back stretch at Sunset we mentioned. And as he comes through turn 3 and 4, he'll see the white flag this time. 1 to go for your race leader, Sam Martin. A good recovery from that last heat. Andy Thomas still second. Back in third, the battle is settled between Sloan, Evans and Caruso, although it heats right up down the back stretch. Martin will win. Second will be Thomas. Third, Evans at the moment. Sloan will look back to the inside. Nearly contact. Can't get it done. Evans will hold on to the podium position.
Oh, it's gonna start now. Sam just said, "Who's that guy in the front that was holding the race up?"
That was bloody close on the
Good race. Good to see. How's the car going, Sam?
Yeah, she's
Thanks, Erdy.
No worries, man.
yeah, thanks heaps, Erdy.
Just check the dip off before you go again.
Yep.
Next season. Yeah, she's too tight.
Yep. So,
It'd be good if the
what's
track
the oil
was...
down here?
What's that?
What's the oil there?
There's not much. Oh,
What's that? Looks like
it might be power steering.
Okay guys, got time to settle down for a couple of minutes. Been flat out, too hard for an old fat guy like me. So what's happened is after that first heat, it sounds a bit weird what we had to do, but broke with the front caliper. They only have one caliper, and pulled the actual bleed screw out, so we need to put a helicoil in to fix it. We have another one that was sitting up on the wall, but it's a different bracket, so it's just going to be a pain trying to get it. In the end, like a few of them said, we'll just change the whole front end, which only took about 15-20 minutes. And in the diff we had a hole in a plate that holds the in and out of gear selector, and when he got stuck up on top of that other car, it put a hole in it and broke one of the studs. But this broken stud wasn't the problem, it was the plate. And Robert Hurd had one down there, or he got it off of pictures or someone, and he put that in for us, so huge thanks for that. And so yeah, we got out there, but that track was pretty tight. Sam said he was all over the place. I'll check the times in a minute. There should be a couple of good times in there, and a good race against his mate Andy Thomas, so we'll get a bit of his video too. I'll leave a link for Andy's YouTube channel as well. But we've loosened the car up a bit now. He's in the B main, so that's what happens when you stuff up one heat. So starting out of 6, so he's got to get in the top 4 to make the A main. Now we've got to put up with all the shit. These two are in the A main, boasting. Poor old Sam's in the B main. He's crying here.
It's alright, buddy. We're not finishing a race. Pointing out the B main.
Not too sure how many laps. I'm guessing about 15. Do the first lap and then we'll hand it back to Clay per view.
Track 4 will make it through. Caruso and Rodder to lead them to racing conditions. Caruso, oh, Kirby Hillier's in trouble. The Trident tyre centre car went right over a rear tyre, and that is not the start Kirby needed at all. We stay green.
He was hoping it would go yellow, but now he's mired deep in the pack. William Caruso, the leader. James Rodder in the second spot. They go back to the Prez. Hayden Vickers in position number 4. As we see now, Rodder taking over the race lead in turn number 3 and 4. Hiked the left front up in the air. The car hucklebucked its way through 3 and 4. But it's Rodder, Caruso, Sloan and Vickers at the moment. Have a look now. Coming into play, it's Sam Martin in car number 66. They're 3 wide, battling for the transfer spot, Kai. That never is a good situation.
No, it's a B main, and now that 3 cars behind are going to join the race for the lead. There's 5 cars up front. 8.5 laps to go. Caruso, Rodder, Vickers, that's Hayden, and Sam Martin, the current transferees. Daryl Sloan on the outside looking in. Hayden Vickers on the outside into turns 1 and 2. Goes deep into turn number 1. Can't get the run on the exit of 2. They're 3 a go for the second position. And this is a transfer battle. Whitney on 3 wide in the middle of 3 and 4. Rodder second.
They're all in the A main right now. In a minute or in a second, they might be all out of it.
That happens every time. Oh, that's Kirby Hillier. I think nearly in trouble again. No, sorry. It was young Lockie Evans. But on the screens at home, 6 down, 6 to go. Caruso out in front. He's clear of this battle pack, but it's still on between Rodder and Martin.
Yeah, I think Hayden Vickers counted cars and he thought, well, I'm better off sitting back here in 4th. But he's just dropped off the back of that, battling the 38 and the 66. They almost rub wheels down the front straight away. They do know that it doesn't matter whether you finish 1st or 4th, you're all making the A. I think the Predators are sitting back. Daryl Sloan just thinking, come on, guys, keep mixing it up. On oldest drive right on by. But up front, it's still Caruso. Sam Martin is second. James Rodder, Hayden Vickers. As we have a look at our top 4 on our Clay per view screens and make the way to turn number 4. As Hayden Vickers now starting to get racy with James Rodder. And he gets the spot. Just move Rodder aside there on the exit of turn number 2. As our leaders now in the lap traffic, getting by Craig Bampton in the 83. Caruso, Martin, Vickers and Rodder still our top 4 to transfer through. But Sam Martin, does he realise all it's going to do if go from the outside to the inside row if he races Caruso? At the moment, he's starting P18. Might just be better just to stay there, Kai.
Certainly is. Half a lap to go. Caruso into turns 3 and 4. Martin still all over the tail tank, but Caruso will get the job done ahead of Martin and the 36 of Vickers.
Okay guys, I'm fucked. Sorry, kid show. Just thought I'd show you the face of a knackered old fat man. It's been a rough night. You've seen enough of my noggin, so anyway, it was a good B main. Had a bit of speed there, a bit chugged at the start, so sorry to Kirby Hillier because he sort of didn't go and caused him to bulk into the back of Sam. But once he got going, he had a bit of speed, and we got back and that tappet cover was leaking again, so we've taken it right off and we found a second hand one. We got a second hand one from Tyson Martin, which has got to be better than one we had, and just cleaned it all up with a bit of brake cleaner, dried it all up and put it back on. Thanks to Hugh, he did that, who's mechanicking across next door for Casey. And that's about it. So where are we up to? A main starting out of 17. Okay, here we go.
Almost 7.
This will be a miracle.
Yeah, got a lot of work to do.
If he can finish this race. The track is juiced up, it's drivey, and everyone's going to be going a bit crazy.
Tyson Martin to set the rolling pace. And we send them into turn number 1. The first time, have a look at Anthony Tapley right up on the high side trying to make a move. He's up to 4th. They all make it out of turn number 2 just. We've got one down the infield on the back straight away, but our leader is Tyson Martin. Second is Jack McCarthy. Then we go back to Anthony Tapley, Bronson Malro in the 41. Hillier getting shuffled back as they came out of turn number 4. There are cars everywhere.
Absolutely. It is as busy as a one-arm bricklayer in Baghdad at the moment because it's a busy track. It's got plenty of character, and Casey Atkinson has a moment up track as we continue to watch this battle pack. It's the back half of the field. It's 10th back nearly as Shani Pitcher sits in 13th and Kirby Hillier in 14th. As the front half of the field, however, has settled down somewhat as we continue to watch further back. Who's in it? Pitcher, Merritt, Rodder, turn of slowing. Martin and Caruso go through.
Is Martin just getting by the 96 of Pitcher. Oh, we've got Sam Martin out of it in the 66. He pulls onto the infield. But right now, Martin, McCarthy and Tapley, the top 3. Lap car between our leader. Go, McCarthy is right there. It's the closest it's been for the entire run so far. He can't clear the lap car. And McCarthy dives it in there as well. But the run now to the checkered flag. 1 to go. 1 to go for our race leader. McCarthy slid it in there hard in turn number 1. Couldn't get it done. Down the back straight for the final time. He's got one more chance through turn number 3 and 4. But Tyson Martin will hang on. He'll take the victory in a flag-to-flag win. Second to Jack McCarthy. Third across the line will be Anthony Tapley. Good.
G'day guys, just a quick rundown. Heat 1, I ended up on Kirby's bonnet. Yeah, that one was probably on me. I went for a gap, thought there was plenty of room, and it just all closed in real quick. I was probably going to make contact with Kirby regardless, but just as I did, I was on the brake trying to pull it up, and Harley was going for the same bit of track I was, and he just come up and hit me, and then that just pushed me further into Kirby, and I ended up on his bonnet. Yeah, so unfortunately for Kirby, yeah, he didn't do anything wrong, and he was the one that got taken out, which isn't fun. It's happened to me a couple of times, and it can be pretty frustrating. So sorry to him. Probably should have stayed up a bit higher. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Heat 2, thanks to Hurdy, he got us back out there. I think he went home to get a part for our diff. We were about to load up, so big thanks to him and the Jam boys. They changed my front beam. Just had a caliper issue, and it was just going to be easier to change the whole front beam than mess around. So we did that, and managed to have enough time to make a couple of changes, which was good because I only got to do the form-up lap in one corner, and managed to read the track enough to know what it was going to do. And 18 months ago, I don't think I would have worked that out. And yeah, the car was really good in Heat 2. Had a good battle with Andy, managed to get the better of him. I didn't want to have to deal with his shit in the pits afterwards, so I was driving like my life depended on it. So yeah, that was good to beat him again. Andy TV on YouTube, follow it if you haven't already. And yeah, then the B. So car was good in the B. It surged once in the B, but I didn't really think much of it. Transferred to the A, and then at the start it completely surged out at the start and just didn't go anywhere. and poor old Kirby was behind me and went straight into the back of me. I think by the end of the night he was sick of the sight of me. Yeah, so apologies to him again. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's the injectors. I've taken them out. Big thanks to Pitcher. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to be going around there this week to test them and clean them, make sure it is that. And yeah, we'll head to Mildura. We weren't going to go, but we'll head to Mildura now just to test it and make sure it's all good. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks to Tyson Martin as well. He lent me a rocket cover gasket. So, and congratulations for winning. Dad, obviously, Casey, come out and helped in the pits again. So big thanks to him. And well done to Casey Atkinson. He had his best result so far. Yeah, drove good all night. So well done to him. And I think that's about it. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I'll talk to you guys in a week or so when I'm at Mildura. Catch ya.